Sorry, let me put the class. Good morning, students. How are you doing and how was night? I believe you're all doing fine. I'm very sure that you slept well. Alright, this morning we're going to look at another aspect of computer science. At the base, we're going to talk about which is Introduction to Paint Environment. This is another part of ICT under the computer system. So, Introduction to Paint Environment deals with the graphic aspect of design and production of different categories of material needed for our daily activities. For example, to prepare or to produce a calendar or a wedding card and so many you can tick off, or to design the back of exercise book, it requires having the knowledge of paint environment. And we have series of paint environments that help you very well to bring out the best of what you want. It could be wedding card, it could be calendar, it could be invitation card, it could be book produce or book designing, and so on and so forth. Now, what are these software used to design or call the paint environment? We have series of them. Basically, we have the major one that attached to the window, which is the paint. So the paint involves some tools which will help you to carry out your design on the system. And also you have the basic application software produced purposely for design all this kind of a thing and calendar and so other material like kind of all this, a lot of subheading letters, giving out the colors of the book, design the card, and also prepare kind of drawing, just like architecture towards foundation. You use this paint environment to design all of that. And one of these on the application we have as the CorelDRAW, we have a Photoshop, we use AutoCAD along with them, and we also use great artists to bring out the best of the objects needed for the design or for the decorating or for the building or for the producing of different categories of the materials of your choice. Now let's quickly look at the meaning of paint. What is paint? We are looking at the introduction to paint. I will look at some series involved in painting. And what we meet, physically, we are going to look at a lot of activities on the design of each card and also design the house and so many other materials you can think of using this paint environment. That is the base of it. Then we're going to look at the meaning of paint. We'll look at the shape in window paint. We're going to look at other aspect of components or some fraction of the paint. Now, we'll put all of this together to give you the best way of designing the choice of the objects. Now, paint is a simple graphic program that enables you to draw and color images on the computer system. Paint is a simple graphic program that enables you to draw and color images on the computer. It helps you to design, it helps you to draw, it helps you to want to color or to give you the best of your choice of color. Just like we have a favorite color, favorite meal, and so on and so forth. So you can use the favorite color now to design any choice of object you want to draw. So you can draw animals, you can draw houses, you can draw a wall clock, you can draw so many things you can think of using this simple graphic program called Paint. So it has a lot of versions. That is, it has different versions you use to design these very materials of your choice. It has been included in all the versions of Microsoft Windows. It is also often referred to as MS Paint or Microsoft Paint. MS stands for what? Microsoft Paint. This is attached to Microsoft software used purposely to design, to type, to calculate, and to do a lot of what? A lot of documentation of activities of write-up. So, before we proceed to the component, let's look at the meaning again. We say Paint is a simple graphic program that enables you to draw and color images on the computer system. If you don't have the knowledge of graphic program, you will not be able to work on drawing. So simple drawing, it used to be done using this particular Paint graphic software or part of the Windows software to carry out the basic drawing. Just like we give a lot of work to do in the practical aspect to draw a set of computer system, bring out the best of human skeleton, and so on and so forth. So we use the base of this paint to draw all of that. So it's very, very important for us to have the idea how to use it and the proper way to pick those tools to put them in proper shape and give you the best of what you're supposed to do using this paint graph. I'm going to give you practical aspect of it later after the full theories of this on the board. Now let's quickly look at the components of the paint windows. We have series of fraction of paint windows, and we have series of shapes needed, just like two-dimensional shapes used in mathematics. We have all of them also in paint window, and we're going to look at series of them before we carry out the practical aspect of it. Now, components of window paint. We have a quick access toolbar, we have the tab, we have title bar, we have paint button, we have canvas, we have maximize button, we have a minimize button, we have ribbon, and we have the graphic. All of these are going to look at it critically in the true practical aspect of it. So that's the base. Now we use the quick access to bring out the best of the window open, and we use the tab to locate some of the buttons that you use to carry out the design. We use the title bar to locate some tools needed to be picked, and we also use the canvas as just the environment page. You just create a page and then you draw your canvas, then you start your work. We use the maximize button to reduce the size of the canvas, and we use the maximize to also reduce the canvas. Also, we use the ribbon. The ribbon is also just like a twist part of the application on top of by the left side or the left corners of this very software when you open the program. Also, we use the group. The group also a combination of all the aspects of the toolbar needed to carry out the design or the painting of the graphic. Now, let's look at the shapes in window paint. Number one is curve. Curve is one of the shapes. We can have the curve this way, which is curve to your right, and we can have curve to your left. So we have different curves just in form of lines we use to carry out this work. We have lines. Line could be a straight line, just vertical line. We can have the horizontal line. This is the base of the shape used in window. We have the diamond. We have the rectangle, triangle. The right triangle now help us to also carry out something of this nature. You can have it. You have the diamond. You just design the form of something, the form of rubies. You design in diamond size. You used to also draw a larger part to carry out some let's say like flower design, like rose and other. We use the diamond in shape to design with different colors. We have over. Over is something of this nature, right? Correct. So we can use this one also to design as part of the shapes in window paint. We have the rectangle. We have the rectangular sign, which is something of this nature, right? And then we use this one to also design the kind of lines, thick line to design it. I also use to create the box for it, or the page, just like canvas page, or let's say a postcard page. You can also have what is called a rounded rectangle. You have the rounded rectangle that would look like form of this shape. It's not oval, and it's not it's not a circle. So we call it we call it a rounded rectangle. And we have a triangle, which is very shape of these. This is the shape of triangle. So we have different size of it. You can use also to design what you want to design. There are some that have other part of it which to design the building. And we have a pentagon. Yeah, pentagon is also another aspect of it, something of this. You can have this way, you can have this way. You can have this, and then they have the joint together. That is the base of a pentagon and all of that. Then we have the hexagon as well. All of these are different categories of shapes used in paint window. And purposely used for drawing of graphics and carry out some other things needed to be done on the program. Now let's quickly look at the aspect of practical now. Not just to get these ideas on the board, but I will show you the simple way to locate and to do all of that. The first I'm going to look at now is on the practical, and here we're going to look at just a few things based on this topic. Alright, I believe this was it. So let's quickly look at this. First of all, you can just go back entirely from the application. Then you need to check out how you're going to position your cursor. First of all, you start with start button. You click your start button here. When you click on it, some application will display. And in a situation that you can't find your paint, then you just locate search. You click on search,
then you type paint. So you can just P, your A, your I, your N, then your T. Place your T there to give it what? Enter. Then it's what? To display the paint, different paint graphics for you, or different paint programs. You have CorelDRAW, you have Corel Photo Paint, you have Photoshop, and so on and so forth. Then you just locate straightly on the one you're looking for, which is the paint. That's what you're talking about for today. Then the app is open. Now it's well open for you to see. Now if you look at it very well, we have different colors one side, we have different right up in other side. Here we have the home, we have the view. This is what? The home. This is the view. Here we have the cut, we have copy, we have paste. Here we have the select shapes. You can just click on it to give you different categories of what you're talking about. You have the rectangular section, we have the free form section, we have the select option, we have select all, and we have the transparent selection. All of this put together to give you what it's all about, the graphics, and what I'm going to do on the graphic side. Now if you look at this here, we have what is called different tools. In this we have the right up tools, we have the fill with color tools, we have the pencil here, we have the eraser, we have another shape called the color picker, and we have the zoom in and zoom out. Now if you click this place, you have different categories of brushes. Now if you check out these brushes, here we have what? The light one, the deep one, and also the different categories of the brushes you need for your drawing. And also if you check here we have different categories of the shapes we're talking about. Now these are different categories of shapes. This is the line, this is the curve, this is the oval, this is rectangle, this is the rounded rectangle, this is what? Another this is polygon. Here we have the triangle, here we have right triangle, this is our diamond, here we have another this is pentagon, here we have hexagon, this is your right arrow, this is your left arrow, this is your up, page up arrow, and we have the down arrow. Here we have the 4-point star, here we have the 5-point star, and here we have the 6-point star. Then here we have this, which is a rounded rectangle callout. Here we have another shape here, which is the oval callout, and here finally we have the cloud callout. All of these shapes put together to give you different categories of what you want to design. When you click that particular page I click, you have to see other different categories of the shape. Again, we have the heart shape, we have the pencil shape, and so on and so forth. Then the outlines on the filling. Here we have different categories of line sizes. We have the thin line, we have the medium line, we have the maximum line, and how the kind of a big and a thick line. So here we have color selection. If you click here, we have different categories of color. You can select a color. This is color 2. And also if you click this place, you have different categories of what? Editing of the color. Here you can edit different categories of color of your choice. Okay? Now we have this color here. If you check very well, we have the edit color, basic color. Now if you check here, we have a custom color. We have different categories of sizes on the side, the loom, under color authors, and color customizer. So you can pick any color combination of your choice you want to do here, and also design what you want to design. So that is the base of this. Now let's look at this. This very page you are seeing here, this is what is called the canvas page. In this canvas page, you are going to look at simple drawing. I drew one yesterday. Let's look at how to make a simple house building or a simple building here using our arrow. So let's pick this very arrow here. Okay, let's pick this one, which is arrow up. In your arrow up, then you can design it. You just open it like this in form of building. Now here you hold it down and then draw it to the middle where you can see very well. You can increase the size, that is the wideness of it to look like building. Now we've gotten what is building. Now this is examples of building. Now here you can create your door, you can pick your rectangle to create a door for it. Now we can use another color. Just pick a color. The first we use is black. Round it. I can use this orange color now to pick another shape, which is the rectangle, to design the door. Here we can get our door at the middle of the building. Okay, let's look at this as the door of this very building. Now you can also pick your line. You can still use this with different colors to bring out your windows. Let's pick purple color. For this I love purple. So let's look at how we draw our window here. So you can draw your window. This is something of this nation. This is window 1. And then you point to this place, can get your window 2 as well. Alright, let's look at this 2 as window. This is our simple building. So in this simple building now, so what are you going to do here? Now we have gotten the 2 windows. Now let's create the zinc. So if you create your zinc, you just pick your line. So first of all, just make a straight line, place it here accurately, and then hold it down and draw your line down to this edge. Now we have made what? A slight open of the zinc. Now you can pick the same straight line to make a straight lines from the bottom, that's from top vertically now down. So you just drop this. If it is in a correct draw, we can double the line to give us what we want at a time without picking it to draw it one after the other. Then you can also draw another one. So as many as you can, you just create it. So here you can also create another one. Here you can make another one. So come down here, you can also create a better one. Different lines. Here you can also create another line. So you can create one here too. So create another one here. Just click here rightly and bring it down. So you can also drop one here too. Okay. Alright, drop. So you can also shift it up to match up with the top. Correct. So let's drop the last one here on the vertical aspect of the zinc design. Now I've gotten the vertical. Now let's look at the horizontal side. I can pick another color now to bring out the best of what we are looking for. Let's use let's use dark red. Dark red to use the same line again. So let's make a straight horizontal line now to see how this building will look like. Now point to this point here and then drag it. Okay, it's yet to be inflected. Let's take the line again, color. Take this, let's see. What are we going to have there? Still give us the dark color because it's been connected to the color point. Okay, let's pick another one. Change your color one. Good. So by now we're going to have the color we desire to get. You see? So you can just make a straight color design of the zinc now. So just place here, hold it, drag it straight away down to this very edge to give you what? The part of the building edge you are looking for. Now you can also shift it to balance it well. So shift to balance. Alright, so let's look at another design of the zinc. So you can take this one again to drop here. Correct. You can take another one here. You just drop it here. You see, the building has been constructed. So this is your simple paint window to get the sample of building. For some of us that want to study architecture, this is the foundation of it. You can use your hand to start learning how to make the sketch of building so that when you reach that certain level, it's very easy for you to work freehand in design whatever shape or whatever object you want to design. That is the base of today's topic on the paint page. So, in summary, you are dealing with introduction to paint environment. So paint is a simple graphic program that enables you to draw and color images on a computer. It helps you to want to design the choice of your object, the choice of your documentation, the choice of your work, of your memorandum, or whatever you want to design, either color text, color object, color kind of different things you want to design. You use this simple word paint to bring out the graphic design of your choice. Then it has what? It has been included in all the versions of the Microsoft Windows, like CorelDRAW, Print Artist, and AutoCAD. Also, if you check very well, we have other components of this paint window. We have the quick access toolbar, we have the tab, the title bar, we have the paint button, canvas button, maximize button, and minimize button, along with ribbons and groups. All of these are part of what I just shown earlier. Then here you look at this very place. Here we have the different categories of shapes, which is in window pane that give you the best on how to pick and draw. Just like the house we design, we just pick one of the arrow up to make a large or sketch or drawing of it. Then we try to bring out the door using our rectangle. We bring out what the two windows, you want the same rectangle, and also we have the thick line to make sure you create the zinc of the building. That is what we just design right now. Now we have the curved line, we have the lines, we have the right triangle, diamond, oval, rectangle, rounded rectangle, and we have the triangle, pentagon, hexagon, and so on and so forth. These are the vivid examples of the shape we use to design this very building. So we pause it for today. Now next lesson we're going to continue with other aspects of the graphic painting window. Thank you so much. Bye bye.